This is not the menagerie. I prefer to call it my happy bow. Come, Shadow, come. This is how it works. He looks like a big beast. Yes. I'm lining up my shot, and boom! He's been captured.
Stupid beast!
This is not Exilecon. This is Exilecon! If this was Exilecon, we would just have lots of blood and goo and snot and everything just pouring off the stage all over you, married people. Now, I think this is all I have to say, so without any further ado, I'm going to introduce you now to 3 of my best friends. They are more beautiful and they smell better than the beasts in the menagerie, except on patch days. Please welcome Chris, Jonathan, and Eric!
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. While 2.0 was a big expansion, we knew the jump to hit 3.0 had to be a lot bigger. We're really proud to finally reveal Path of Exile 4.0.
Still her! Get her! Only 20 years since Kitava fell, and already corruption spreads like a plague through these shattered lands. If Rayclass is to survive.
Well, that feels amazing. Path of Exile 2 is a storyline set 20 years after the defeat of Kitava. When we finished developing 3.0, we knew that we couldn't extend Path of Exile's campaign forever. Adding more acts would make the game just too long before players got to maps. At the same time, we knew we really needed to bring the quality of Path of Exile's campaign up to a 2019 standard. We realized that we needed to make a new campaign. So we're creating Path of Exile 2 as a new campaign alongside Path of Exile 1 with a shared endgame. The original campaign is still fully playable, and because it's the same game, it'll still continue to be maintained with all of the updates and game system improvements that we'll make to Path of Exile. When we add new skills to the game, you'll be able to play with them in either the Path of Exile 1 or Path of Exile 2 campaign, and all of the microtransactions and stash tabs that you've purchased in the past will be fully usable regardless of which campaign that you're playing. Most importantly, all of your favorite Path of Exile expansion content like Delve, Breach, Incursion, and Legion will be fully integrated. Here's what Act 1 Town looks like in 3.9, which we're releasing in 4 weeks. We're also re-rigging all the old character classes to work with the new 4.0 animations. In the next year, we're going to continue to deliver 4 amazing leagues on a regular 3-month cycle. All of this content is designed with the Path of Exile 2 campaign in mind, and we'll continue to fold it into the game as needed, like we would with any other league. We're planning on waiting at least another year with 3.9 expansions before the beta of 4.0, though. All right, let's go. We're starting here at about level 11, which is about halfway through Act 1, because we want everyone seeing the playable demo of on the show floor to be able to experience the start of Act 1 without having any of the surprises spoiled for you. So you can see in the inventory here, there's something missing. All of the sockets on the items. This is because in Path of Exile 2, you no longer put gems into your items. Instead, the skill gems themselves have sockets, as you can see here, and there is a dedicated screen for socketing them. Jonathan's going to change his split arrow skill for Ice Shot and add some support gems to it. There are some really big advantages here. For one, every single skill gem in Path of Exile 2 can be a 6-link. This is going to cause huge changes in how players design character builds. Check out this bow here. The socket colors are the same between the two bows. They're both 4 green sockets, like every other bow in the game. And this means that when you find a new item, you just slap it on. You don't have to think about getting fusings and jewelers out, because you do that on the gems themselves. Meta gems are like super support gems that let you put multiple actives into them. For example, we want to run a few different auras on this character, so we put the proficiency gem into the character and load it up full of auras. You can use to cast all of the auras with 1 click. Oh, and I should add, the supports you're seeing here for the bow skills, they're 3.9 content, so you'll get to see that much, much sooner. Now, we're ready to show you something that players have been requesting for a really long time. You've seen it, in Path of Exile 2, we finally have shapeshifting. So, each shapeshift form can use any regular Path of Exile 2 attack. That makes sense. What we'd like to show you now is what's coming in Path of Exile 3.9, which will be released in 1 month.
Listen carefully, for this is important. I worked with a group of exiles once, much like yourselves. Together, we faced a terrible evil that plagued the Atlas and threatened our world. They sought more power, more prestige. They sought to rule and conquer those. I feared more and more what they were becoming. So I did what I thought was right. I sealed them in the Atlas. Forever. They found a way back.
Path of Exile Conquerors of the Atlas is an expansion with a new endgame Atlas storyline set after the defeat of the Elder. I guess there's only so much grinding you can do before you go insane, eh? So when you first open the Atlas in 3.9, it's going to look significantly different. First of all, you notice you now start in the center of the Atlas. But the much larger change is there are only 91 maps to start with. In order to unlock the rest, you're going to need to find and defeat the Conquerors to take back Watchstones and socket them into the Atlas.
Take a clean knife and cut a sample of flesh. Repeat 4 times. Stand back. Perfect. Only every living creature to go.
So, for a year, we've had a few developers working on a bit of an experimental skunkworks project at the studio. Let's watch a video about it.
So mobile games are kind of bullshit, right? You know, pay to win microtransactions, time gates, energy bars, random nag screens, notifications, video ads. You know, you get the idea.
So this is what it looks like. There are 8 skill binds, 5 flasks, the same gear you'd expect to see on any Path of Exile game.
The only thing that's fundamentally different between phone games and PC games is that you expect to play for shorter game sessions on a phone. Maps are a perfect length to have the quick turnaround time required for mobile gameplay, while retaining all of the deep systems that Path of Exile players expect.
So needless to say, around a year ago, it became real difficult to announce that.